Hope you enjoyed this one. And this is Sullivan As Game I Led. You an Attack on Titan episode chapter 28. The Colossal Titan Strikes. This is a major chapter right now. They just, even though they thought they took out one of their enemies, in fact, the enemy comes up with another countermeasure. They took out Reiner, but he wasn't completely dead. They took out Bertolt. Right now they're in a very stupendous situation. Right now is dire. Reiner gave the signal to Bertolt, and he's getting ready to fight. He's getting ready, to make his move. I can see, and also like we already seen these abilities that the Titans have. They have their hardening ability, their ability to regenerate, and they have the ability to move their internal organs to make sure when their enemies couldn't do a death blow, they can move the vital spots out the way so they can survive but still get hurt. And now we have this new ability. Apparently, Reiner transferred his consciousness, even though his head was blown off, his consciousness to the Titan body. So in a way, he's still alive. Like this is some next level crazy shit. I mean, the only way I thought blowing his head off was enough, but it's not enough. Not with these guys. I think the only way they could destroy him is to destroy their human body completely, but without them having to use without them in their Titan form. They have to completely take them apart, and that's going to be very hard to do. The situation for them is right now they're in a big mess. They're trapped in a very big way. They don't know what to do and they're stuck. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, they're stuck. You know. I'm gonna say this one. It's definitely dire, but things start to change very much. The thought, like Bertolt, he was on his way to do his mission, but the thought of seeing Reiner, he jumps out the barrel, seeing what happened to him, seeing how they did what they did to him, what they did to his comrade. I think it stirred a change in Bertolt. Like it looked like even though Bertolt he was committed, there was a part of him that still struggled. I mean, there were some problems they had. I mean, hell, we see how we see what death they were willing to go through. Oh, they killed that other they killed someone else. We saw the past. They killed someone else. They killed that one cadet Marco, and Marco he was just a kid. All he wanted to do was talk, and they killed him all because he was in the wrong spot. Like that, like I hated, like I never hated the character completely, but until then, I wish they would die. Till then, I didn't wish them too badly, but when I saw that they threw Marco under the bus and let him and watched as they got eaten. It was a part of me that felt like they deserved to die. They deserved everything that was coming to them. And I hope that Eren would rip them apart, as payback for what they did, And Marco was a kid. He was crying the whole time. He wasn't ready for this life. He didn't want to be a soldier, so it was pretty messed up. That's that I'm certain. You know. Anyway, the situation for them is dire, and they want to and Bertolt, and Armin, he wants to talk, he wants to start a conversation with Bertolt, but the others, they already made their positions. Like the position right now is like very critical right now. They got the 8 Titan handled by Levi. Hi, when you got Armin, he's leading the command battlefront. He's leaving everything in charge to Armin and his knowledge, but things are like now in a hectic move. And it looks like Armin, he's trying to reason with him a little bit, trying to get inside his head, trying to talk to him. But Bertolt, he's loyal to the cause, and it stirred up a change, and the fact that Reiner is now dead, it stirred up a great change in him. And these are one of the words that he says to Armin. He says, 1, we have to take back Eren, and 2, every last one of you is gonna die here. Like he's willing to wipe out all of humanity. He said that, and that's proof right now that Reiner is dead, he's willing to finish the mission. Like it doesn't like Reiner's really dead. He's just so bashed up and seeing what Reiner went through. It's like it's like it stirred a change. Like I saw my comrade and went through all this, and he's in such a bad way that I'm gonna take up his mission for him. If you guys you get the gist, right? I like, but told right now, he's like right now very committed. I can see the change in his eyes. He's completely different, and I can see in Bertolt himself. Bertolt even realized that he's definitely changed, and that and he realized there's a change in him now. Now that they're up to this situation, all stakes are off, all bets are off. I like how Mikasa, she tries to go in for the kill, trying to go in and slice his head off while he's distracted, but Bertolt's not having it. And then blocking her move and giving her that whirlwind kick right there, knocking her off. Like Mikasa, she can do it. She can kill them, but these guys are not pushovers. They're not pushovers. I mean, using the Thunder Spark like to kill Rhina, it barely did it. It hurt him, but it barely did anything so far. But he's like out of the game. He's like on serious injury, but he's not out of the game yet. So right now he's like critical, you know. But yeah, but told he's willing to go through all this. Yes. One of the things I noticed that they're keeping Eren as far away from Bertolt as possible. Like, but it makes sense when Bertolt when transformed into the colossal titan, he's gonna make that incredibly dangerous shockwave. It's gonna consume everybody, and it's gonna be the largest shockwave that everyone's ever seen. When titans transform, they leave eyes a big shockwave and a huge explosion. And since he's the largest titan ever, or the largest titan living right now at least, so he's gonna make a huge shockwave that everybody's gonna see. Everybody's gonna be consumed by it. Not to mention there's the size difference between Eren's Titan and the Colossal. Eren may have his Titan ability, but the Colossal is huge. Even though he's slow, he does have size, and size could play a key factor. Especially now that he's motivated now that his friend went through all that, and that Ryan went through all that. But I think he feels like he has nothing left to lose now. You know, there's a part of him. I feel like I'm throwing myself. I've got my friend went through did his part. Now I'm playing my part. It's like f all this. I'm going straight through. Going straight through, and I'm not looking back. He's literally throwing his life away. Well, he's committed to the cause. I mean, they're all. I mean, think about it. The art. Alright, I mean, when Armin used Annie as a reference, he said he couldn't care less. So he couldn't care less about Annie. That means he's committed and fulfilling the mission. And so he's not gonna stop. He's definitely going all out. That means there's a part of him that doesn't care. So he's definitely, going all out. And I really liked this chapter, even though it was a little bit talking, but it gave us some more progression, and I did like it, I like the change, the look in his eyes, the look in Bertolt's eyes, like the shock of this changed him, like it changed him right away. Seeing Ryan's body having his face blown off, that is a big move. I mean, knowing that his comrade was messed up already is one thing, but seeing it with your own eyes, it changes a person. And now he's like for real, like he's like committed. And there's a part of him that's not afraid to die now, And the chapter ends with him transforming. Everybody seeing this. I like how when he uses his ODM gear, he goes higher and higher into the sky. He goes to the highest point. Wait, so people look at him, they can see the explosion like in the sky, like way up there, like this is happening, like he's reaching his goal, like he's going so far up he can touch the sky, and when he transforms, you see him, and you see the way he acts, the way he looks, like he's not, he's fully committed, I know I've said that a lot, but I'm just trying to, do my best, to reference this, because this was exciting. I liked it a little bit, even though it's mostly talking some action, but this is definitely a big move. Now that the Colossal Titan's in play, and the others, they have to find a way to stop this, and to fulfill the mission and destroy their enemies as best they can. And now that another one of their enemies is now in play, it's anybody's guess. It's anybody's guess. Yes. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed James Bond to Kara Game 2. This is Solomon Adams game I laid through on Attack on Titan chapter or 78. Hope you enjoyed. James Bond to Kara. Thank you. Bye. Crazy.